everybody, it's Annalisa here with ABC for Dance again. We're back with our friend Fred and we're looking at lesson number 4, which is about circling our ankle. When we talk about circling our ankle, we're going to find that it's not a smooth circle the way we circle our hip or circle our shoulder, but we make a circular movement because of a bunch of different things happening. Before we can really understand what's happening, we need to know some of the bones that are involved. One of the bones that we may not be familiar with is called the talus. The talus is this bone here, and its job is to be like a saddle between our shin bone or our tibia and our calcaneus, which you know as your heel bone. So that talus is really a saddle-shaped irregular bone. Irregular just means it doesn't fit into a rectangle, square, ball and socket. It's a weird shape, and the talus definitely fits that category. So our talus allows that forward back movement, and when you and I worked together last time on pointing and flexing, the talus was one of the bones that was really being used primarily. That's one of the joint surfaces that we really get the movement in. So here's our calcaneus. This is your heel. And if you notice, the bottom of your heel is also very irregular, but when you feel your own heel, it doesn't feel that way. It's because we have fat pads and soft tissue that really help shape and fill out our heel and make it more comfortable to walk on. Because if we look at this wouldn't be a very comfortable surface to bang down on every day as we start walking, never mind landing jumps and all the other stuff that we do in dance class. Your tibia is your shin bone. It's the larger of the two bones in your lower leg, and it is the one that is weight bearing. The fibula is the smaller of the bones and on the outside edge. It is not really a weight bearing bone. It's still very important. You want to make sure you don't do anything to damage it, but the lever that the bone that really takes our weight as we're moving around is the tibia and not the fibula. So when we get the tibia, the fibula, the talus, and the calcaneus together, we call that the ankle joint. It is primarily a hinge joint. Okay? It wants to go plantar dorsiflexion or up and down, point flex, however you want to term those. If we want to do a circle with our ankle, it's not happening here. Part of it will happen there, but the other parts of it happen from sliding other bones that you talked about with Deb in the foot lesson. So when we make an ankle circle, we're actually making a whole bunch of different joint movements that just happen to resemble a circle. They're really important. Ankle circles are really important because it does require muscles to fire in a specific order and for joints to work in a specific pattern and connective tissue to all coordinate. So circles are a very coordinated action, and that's why we want to use them, because it is a range of motion that we need as dancers. It does also work to strengthen muscles outside of just that plantar dorsi or point flex range of motion that we use so often. So what I'd like you to do is take your activity sheet and let's go ahead and label these bones. So the bones that we're talking about again are the talus, the tibia, the fibula, and the calcaneus. So go ahead and label those and see if you can match up which bone goes to which knee. Okay, let's go on to the movement section. I am laying on the floor with the camera behind me, so it's shooting from basically, if I was looking at my foot, you're seeing what I'm seeing. I'm doing it this way instead of sitting up so that you have a better idea of what's actually happening at my foot and ankle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my leg neutral. I don't want turn out, I don't want turn in. I just want to be as neutral or parallel as my body wants to go. And my first movement is going to be to flex my foot. So I'm flexing my foot towards me, and I'm going to hold it there for 4 counts. Now I'm going to turn my foot out, but my leg is still staying parallel. And hold that. Then I'm going to point my foot and find my neutral again. And then I'm going to turn my foot in, but again my thigh stays parallel. And then continue back up to the flex. So I'm going to hold it here, and I'm just holding behind my leg right now so that my hip flexors don't go crazy on me. So I'm going to flex and hold, turn out, and again just my foot, point and find my neutral, turn in, flex in parallel, turn out, point, turn in. One more time, flex and find parallel, turn out, point, turn in. Now we're going to reverse that circle. So I'm going to still flex and find my parallel. Now I'm going to turn my foot in while it's still in that flexed position. Then I'm going to point and find my neutral and turn out but keep it pointed. Flex and find my parallel. Turn in. Point and find my neutral. Turn out. Flex and find parallel. Turn in. Point and find neutral. Turn out. Last time, flex and find parallel. Turn in. Point and find neutral. And turn out. So those are all of the things that we go through to make an ankle circle.